Right, welcome to one of the latest engine swaps added to Gran Turismo 7, and it's gonna be a spicy one because this is the Mazda Demio XD Touring, which isn't really the fastest car around. Now this is a very entry level, very starter vehicle, so when I saw I could get an engine swap, I got very excited. So today, let's see how good this engine swap is. Now if you want to get your hands on this Mazda, it will cost you 19,500 credits, which is dirt cheap. Genuinely, if you're at end game, 19,500 credits is super affordable. Now the Demio that I'm driving is not standard because this is my fully upgraded Mazda, and this car produces 286 brake horsepower and comes in at a weight of 885 kg. So when it comes to weight, it is extremely lightweight, but power wise, 285 brake horsepower from a fully upgraded engine isn't really the most power, but look, when it comes to handling and performance, honestly, it's not bad at all. With the power range that the car delivers, it is very punchy, which is very enjoyable when you actually just want to have fun. Now look, it's not going to set new lap time records, but it is still a decent driving experience. Now it's one that you've probably never experienced because once you had the money to move on to a better car, you probably did. But the Mazda Demio is still just a great vehicle. If we take a look at the inside camera, we see, heads up display, real sportsy stuff. And the sound inside the cockpit is just killer. Just take a listen to this. You can really hear the induction noise once you start getting on a power heat boost. You really feel it. But honestly, the drivability of this car, it's so nice. So nice. We see it comes in with a lap time of a 1 minute 46 seconds lap around Kyoto driving park. So now that we have our benchmark set, it's time to test out the engine swap. Now we see the engine swap we have available for this car is actually the engine from the Mitsubishi Evo Final Edition Group B rally car. Yes, we have a race car engine that can go into this Mazda right here, and immediately we see this just engine swapping it straight bumps the power up to 521 brake horsepower, more than doubling the output of what the standard engine is capable of. But look, we do gain some weight, but we can write that off once we actually head on over to the tuning shop. So first things first, we have to purchase this engine swap for 325,000 credits, which honestly isn't that expensive. So now we see with the addition of a high RPM turbocharger, that power figure will now shoot up to 788 brake horsepower. So yeah, this is a lot more power than what the standard engine was capable of. Now this could lead to a massive issue. This car is not 4-wheel drive, and due to that, well, almost 800 horsepower going to our front wheels can mean disaster. But hey, let's just find out if it's the case with this Mazda. So immediately once we have control of the vehicle, we notice the wheel spin. So let's see when it actually gains traction. Not second, not third, still spinning in fourth, and we have traction in fifth. We are now doing almost 300 kilometers per hour before we need to brake and make it around the first corner. Now when it comes to using your throttle through a corner, you can't. There is just so much understeer from this vehicle, it's actually ridiculous. But let's see what sorts of lap times we can actually do in it right now. But you can be full lock as long as you have your foot on the power. Well, you aren't gonna turn, so you do just need to let the car basically coast through corners, because if you have the power on going through a corner, well, your front wheels are just gonna light up, and that's gonna be you just burning rubber and not actually going anywhere quickly. Okay, lap time wise, the first lap I just did around Kyoto driving park was a 1 minute 41 second lap, which look is not the fastest we've ever experienced, but it is a lot faster than what we did with the standard engine. But once again, if we were able to really just put the power down, then it would be a completely different story. So what we did now was decrease the power to an even 500 horsepower by taking off the high RPM turbocharger and actually taking some power out of it by tweaking the fully customizable ECU. Why we took power out is because I'm trying to find a sweet spot that works best for this car, one that we don't need to really fight it, and one where the car actually has traction, one where we can put the power down. And right now, as you can see, it is working absolute wonders. The Ghost that is currently on screen is my fastest lap time with the engine swap, high RPM turbocharger, fully maxed out and just spinning up its wheels. Okay, my fastest lap time with the car fully upgraded was a 1 minute 40-second lap, and with me pulling out almost 200 horsepower, I see that I did set a 1 minute 40.0, making it even faster than when the car had all the upgrades thrown at it. So sometimes having as much power as possible is not the best if you cannot use said power. I mean, look at this, I'm actually making ground due to the fact of I'm able to put the power down, I'm able to actually control the vehicle and enjoy the vehicle instead of the front end not gripping up and being absolutely chaotic. So at least now, power is not always the answer, as we can see from the fact that we detuned it and we are now setting faster lap times. There we go, coming across the line, doing a lap time of a 1 minute 39.7. Power is not always the answer. There you go, straightforward, no beats around the bush, no hiding. Clear as day, there's your answer. With the Mazda having a race car engine in it, it's time to take it around a racing event. And one of the money grinding events in Gran Turismo 7. So we are going to take around a WTC 700 around Le Mans. This is a 30-minute event that is one of the best events to use if you are trying to make money. Without further ado, what we're going to do is take the vehicle, slap it over to fuel map level 3 and see what it's capable of. So right now, it is lighting up its front wheels, but we see it gains so much on the opponents. Hard on the brakes. Can be a bit sketchy at times on the power. Absolutely roasting those front wheels. So for this setup, we are using a car with a high RPM turbocharger applied to it, and we are just gonna see what we're capable of. Look at that, over 300 kilometers per hour. Yo, that's a zoom in. What's going on? Hard on the brakes. How is it this good? Honestly, okay, look, fuel. There's that understeer. Fuel consumption right now on fuel map level 3 is not the best. Look, I'm not using any fuel saving tactics, but right now the fact that we still have 2 laps of fuel remaining is quite impressive. What we are gonna do, we are gonna run it back and just see what it's capable of on fuel map level 6. So we see we set an initial lap time of a 4 minute and 7 second lap, which is just outright impressive. Now we see we don't actually have that much fuel remaining, so the car does have 64% of fuel remaining, so we can only really get about 2 laps of fuel with the setup right here. Now we see on fuel map level 6 we have a lot more fuel to play around with, and we are actually gonna cross the line doing a 4 minute and 6 second lap time. So we see now we have 75% of fuel remaining, which means you can technically go out for 4 laps of the circuit before you need to refuel. It is a great option to use, and it's a unique one. For a car I never thought I'd really touch again, it really brings into light how good the Mazda Demio can actually be. And all it took was a Mitsubishi engine. So hey, look, I want to know your thoughts and opinions of this engine swap in the comment section down below. And with this being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.